Did you know there are 17 different species of hedgehogs in the world? Quite a surprise, isn't it? Welcome to a journey far from the ordinary, into the fascinating lives of these spiky beings, where reality often outshines myth. We're set to explore the realm of these charming, prickly little creatures, dispelling misconceptions and uncovering startling truths. Have you ever pondered if hedgehogs actually consume apples if they can launch their spines? It's time to satisfy your curiosity. Prepare to dive deep as we unveil the intriguing life of hedgehogs, debunking one myth at a time. Are you strapped in to break some hedgehog myths? Ever thought that hedgehogs are prickly pets? Well, think again. When we talk about hedgehogs, the first thing that probably comes to mind is their spiky exterior. But did you know that these spikes are not as prickly as they seem? That's right. What appears to be a coat of prickly spines is actually hair stiffened by keratin, the same protein that makes up our hair and nails. This is the hedgehog's unique armor, a natural defense mechanism that has evolved over millions of years. Each hedgehog carries around 5,000 to 7,000 of these hair-like spines, each one hollow and filled with air pockets. These spines are not permanently attached but are connected to the hedgehog's muscles, allowing them to control the position of each spine. Pretty cool, isn't it? Contrary to what many believe, these spines do not shoot out or detach easily. When a hedgehog feels threatened, it rolls into a ball, causing the spines to point outwards. This is a deterrent for predators, not a weapon. So you won't find yourself in a prickly situation if you gently pick up a relaxed hedgehog. But don't be fooled, these spines are not just for show. Each one is tipped with a hardened, sharp point that can indeed prick if handled improperly. But with the right handling and a little bit of care, you can avoid the sharp end of the deal. Interestingly, baby hedgehogs, known as hoglets, are born with a protective layer of skin covering their spines. This layer sheds off within a few hours of their birth, revealing their soft, white spines. As they grow, these spines harden and darken, turning into the familiar spiky armor we associate with adult hedgehogs. So the next time you see a hedgehog, remember, it's not as prickly as it appears. Their spiky armor is a fascinating blend of biology and evolution, a testament to nature's ingenuity. So no more fear of being pricked when you hold a hedgehog. Hungry for some insects? Your hedgehog surely is. Let's dive into the fascinating world of hedgehog diets. If you've ever thought hedgehogs are strictly vegetarian, munching on only fruits and vegetables, think again. This is a common myth that needs a good debunking. In reality, hedgehogs are insectivores, meaning their primary diet consists of insects. Yes, you heard that right. Those little bundles of spikes are bug-eating machines. They love a good crunchy snack, and insects provide them with essential proteins and fats they need to stay healthy. Now, picture this, a hedgehog with its sharp, pointed teeth chomping down on beetles, worms, and even spiders. It's not exactly the picture of a fruit and vegetable lover, is it? It might not be a pleasant image for the arachnophobes among us, but it's a bug's life in the world of hedgehogs. However, this doesn't mean hedgehogs won't enjoy a bit of variety in their diet. Occasionally, they may nibble on fruits, vegetables, or even cooked meats. But remember, these should be treats rather than staples of their diet. And what about those hedgehog food mixes you see in pet stores? While they can provide some nutritional value, it's essential to understand that they can't replace the natural diet of a hedgehog. Insects should always be the main course on your hedgehog's menu. Don't forget about water either. Fresh, clean water should always be available for your prickly little friend. So next time you see a hedgehog, don't just hand over a carrot or an apple. Instead, consider a tasty worm or a juicy beetle. It might seem a bit peculiar to us, but to a hedgehog, it's a feast fit for a king. In conclusion, hedgehogs are not the fruit and vegetable connoisseurs we often make them out to be. They are, in fact, avid insectivores, with a love for all things creepy-crawly. Remember, a happy hedgehog is a bug-eating hedgehog. Ever imagined hedgehogs as social butterflies? Well, you might be surprised. Contrary to the cozy images of hedgehog gatherings you might have seen on social media, these spiky little creatures are quite the introverts. Yes, you heard it right. Hedgehogs are solitary creatures by nature. They're not the type to throw wild parties or engage in group activities. In fact, they prefer their own company and usually only come together for mating. This solitary lifestyle is a survival instinct that helps them stay safe from predators. It's not a reflection of their mood or how they feel about their human companions. And here's another interesting nugget. Female hedgehogs are typically even more solitary than their male counterparts. So, if you ever notice your prickly pet preferring to spend most of its time alone, don't worry, it's not you, it's them. So, don't feel bad if your hedgehog seems aloof. It's just their nature. Ever heard of a hedgehog hibernating in the wild? Here's the truth. Now, while it's common to believe that all hedgehogs cozy up for a long winter's nap, this isn't the case for every prickly pal out there. The reality is, it largely depends on the geographical location and the species of the hedgehog. Hedgehogs native to colder climates like the European hedgehog do hibernate. They curl up into a ball, lower their body temperature, and slow their heart rate to conserve energy. However, hedgehogs from warmer climates like the African pygmy hedgehog don't hibernate at all. They remain active throughout the year, so if you have a pet hedgehog from a warmer region, don't expect it to sleep through winter. Hence, it's crucial to know your hedgehog species and its natural habitat. This will help you better understand and care for your spiky little friend. So, your pet hedgehog might not be sleeping through winter after all. Think Sonic the Hedgehog's speed is a reality? Time for a reality check. You might be surprised to hear that our spiky friends aren't exactly racing champions. The image of a supersonic hedgehog might be fun, but in reality, these creatures aren't built for speed. In fact, a hedgehog's top speed is about 6 feet per minute. That's right, 6 feet per minute. It's not exactly the kind of pace that's going to win any marathons, but it's perfect for their lifestyle. They're more about endurance and agility than speed. Their short, sturdy legs are designed for steady foraging, not sprinting. And let's not forget, these guys are nocturnal. They spend their nights rummaging around for food, not running laps. So, while they might not break any speed records, their determined little waddle is just as endearing. No matter the speed, hedgehogs certainly race their way into our hearts. How long do you think a hedgehog lives? The answer might surprise you. Now, some of you might be under the impression that these spiky little critters only live a couple of years, but that, my friends, is a myth we're here to bust today. In truth, the average lifespan of a hedgehog is considerably longer than a mere 2 years. A hedgehog in the wild can live up to 4 to 7 years, depending on various factors like their diet, their habitat, and the presence of predators. But what's even more fascinating is that domesticated hedgehogs have an even longer lifespan. Yes, you heard it right. When cared for properly in a domestic setting, these small, spiky creatures can live up to 5 to 8 years. And in some cases, they've been known to reach the ripe old age of 10 years. That's half a decade longer than the myth would have you believe. Now, you might be wondering what contributes to this difference in lifespan. Well, in a domestic setting, hedgehogs are protected from predators and harsh weather conditions. They also have a steady supply of nutritious food and clean water, and they receive regular medical care. These factors combined significantly increase their chances of living a longer, healthier life. But remember, a hedgehog's longevity is also heavily dependent on the quality of care it receives from its human companion. So, if you're planning on adopting a hedgehog, be prepared to provide them with a safe and comfortable living environment, a diet rich in proteins and fibers, and regular vet checkups. And of course, a little love and attention never hurt anyone, hedgehogs included. In fact, they thrive on it. So, if you're ready to commit to providing a loving home for these unique creatures, they might just stick around for a lot longer than you'd expect. So a hedgehog might just be a long-term companion you were looking for. Ever thought of giving your hedgehog a soapy bath? Hold that thought. There's a common misconception that these prickly little creatures need frequent baths, much like our canine companions. However, this isn't quite the case. In reality, overbathing a hedgehog can actually be harmful. Their skin is sensitive and can easily dry out with too much soap and water, leading to discomfort and potential skin issues. It's important to remember that in the wild, hedgehogs aren't splashing around in sudsy water, but rather they're rolling in the dirt and foraging for food. This natural behavior helps keep their skin healthy and their quills shiny. If you notice your hedgehog getting a bit grubby, a gentle wipe with a damp cloth can often do the trick. For those times when a bath is necessary, perhaps due to a particularly adventurous dig in the dirt, make sure to use a mild, unscented soap and lukewarm water. The water should only be deep enough to wet their feet and avoid getting water in their eyes, ears, or nose. Afterwards, gently pat them dry with a soft towel and ensure they're completely dry before they return to their enclosure. This will help keep them warm and prevent any potential skin problems. Remember, a clean hedgehog is a happy hedgehog, but not a soapy one. Ever wondered why your pet hedgehog is so active at night? Here's why. Let's dive into the fascinating world of a hedgehog's nightlife. These lovable creatures are not merely night owls, but they are indeed nocturnal, meaning they are most active during the night. That's right. Your prickly pet is not throwing a late-night party while you're sleeping. They're simply living as nature intended. Many folks often believe that hedgehogs are daytime creatures, much like us humans. However, this is a common misconception that we're about to bust. Hedgehogs are naturally nocturnal and prefer to conduct their activities under the cover of darkness. Why is this so, you may ask? Well, in the wild, hedgehogs have evolved to become active at night primarily to avoid predators. The darkness provides a protective shield, allowing them to forage, scavenge, and explore their surroundings with a lesser risk of being spotted by predators. However, their nighttime activity is not just about staying safe, it's also about food. Many of their favorite snacks, like insects, worms, and snails, are also nocturnal, making the night the perfect time for a hedgehog feast. So if you have a pet hedgehog, don't be alarmed if they're bustling around their cage while you're trying to catch some Z's. They're not trying to keep you up, they're just following their natural instincts. It's essential to respect their nocturnal nature if you own a hedgehog as a pet. Try not to disturb them during their daytime sleep and provide them with a safe and stimulating environment for their nighttime explorations. Remember, understanding and embracing their natural habits is key to keeping your hedgehog happy and healthy. Knowing these fascinating facts about their nightlife can help you better care for your hedgehog and strengthen the bond between you. So the next time you see your hedgehog up and about at night, you know why. So we've debunked some common hedgehog myths today. Surprised? Let's do a quick recap. Hedgehogs are not just spiky armor, but tender-hearted creatures with a diet that's far from prickly. They are lone rangers, yes, but their solitude is a testament to their resilience and independence. And their speed? It's not all about rolling into a ball and taking a nap. We've also discovered that hedgehogs live a life filled with intriguing twists and turns, right from their long slumbers to their unique bath times. We've even taken a peek into their fascinating nocturnal lifestyle. Each of these facts paints a fuller, richer picture of these extraordinary creatures, busting long-held misconceptions. Our journey into the world of hedgehogs doesn't stop here. There's so much more to explore, to understand, and to appreciate. To continue this journey with us, make sure to subscribe for more exciting videos like this. See you in the next one.